is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never. Ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will all...
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone. Alright, nothing down to fuck all borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. The song of death is sweet and like a fly to the ointment. Your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, a fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open.
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canema motor carriage. hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of you. Swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off. The lights are off. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean, and so the morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outlet. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to... Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies. You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead. Try something. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official. Couldn't say. In truth, so far.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She nods.
Good monologue. Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes. There was the usual ruckus. Loud disc. I couldn't say. It's oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, a slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself is very quiet and soft, but Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution.
Forever and ever.
And ever and ever. Out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There's nothing funny about civilization. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say there was the usual. I couldn't say. Yeah?
Those words, tell me something else, feel like something you've said innumerable times before.
Glad to have been of assistance.
There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited like two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not good. They're balanced, comfy. The door is closed. This door can only be... There is no answer. You hear the shout. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something with it. The door does not. Still no answer. This door can... Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. fan is spinning. The blades come squeak. The switch must be broken, because nothing happens. The air... A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar. She just, you know.
His eyes dart from left to right.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it. Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero.
Could the massive property damage upstairs?
Yes, you are. A real... What did you not do? First you took the body down. Then you solved the murder. Then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike. Oh, it's not? You're right. It's not. Oh no, you're a hero.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have any...
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my host? No, you see, actually, you didn't. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here. No, I'm not the bartender. No, I'm not in that period of my life.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for some. As you approach, he narrows. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from...
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptual concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there...
Okay, then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the... It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interview? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare... Right. And the interviews? Okay. We'll have time for that. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the city's... I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the...
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the rat squad, and...
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the... I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. You mean you don't have a badge? Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you talk to the manager, then we go... We all feel that way sometimes.
And then...
But first, we have to take it down. I can see you drank last night and the night before. And that if you need something for your headache, there is a general... After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to...
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
What was with that fucking wink?
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused...
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. Whatever do you mean? Ah, yes. Probably roll with me. Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are...
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible. Perhaps another time. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags. Yes, and... Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of... How would I even begin to tell you? I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always...
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no...
But they still have cops.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not... But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so it has something to do with everything. You were doing quite well up until the end, dear. It does look like you're...
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs, and someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask...
No. I'm not an encyclopedia.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Of course, dear.
Yes? Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers. I'm sure you don't. It's just a stupid...
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, no.
The lieutenant nods.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. It's like you're locked down. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But
Are they? They're most...
you could use a good, normal peer yourself.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this.
But I guess you don't need glasses, then. What do you mean? I have no idea what...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must... The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material, but this isn't an old school case.
So what? That makes you, for real detective work, nothing beats.
The lieutenant produces his small blue... We all have our different medium.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother. It's a part of the world, officer.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
I can see you're disappointed. You are right to be. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one. That's because I'm half Seolite, or it's a part of the...
Seoul is a protectionist.
I can see you're disappointed. You are right. Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? No, it's not a particular. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation. I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? No, something...
The gesture resembles an orchestra conductor, so desperately mundane. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing.
I'm afraid you and you don't know. I assumed you were in on it. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me later. Was there... Maybe you can tell me what... Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the wall. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of.
That's right. You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. To find him or her is one of our... There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. Just to be clear, we are police officers. You mean like a brief? You want me 3 days ago? During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. Okay then. Was there anything else? Good.
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other?
There is a sudden, harsh edge.
Not a fan.
The RCM deploys a...
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracle. Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still... Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is...
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom...
No idea. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep. The man...
Mr. Gart.
Yes?
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me...
Are you kidding me? It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor.
See? Everyone agrees.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week.
Sir, I understand your concern.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duty.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here.
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here.
I didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and are.
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a...
He thinks you're stupid, sire.
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has... Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. Good for you. Was there something else? Haven't you asked me that already? Okay, you...
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't... Good for you. I don't know who killed him. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. I don't know who killed him.
The lieutenant turns.
Behind this building, there's... That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the... Haven't you asked me that already? Okay, you got me.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be Good for you. Was there something...
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember? But you see, he didn't.
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. What are you, brain damaged? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Are you serious?
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents.
The cafeteria man, isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what...
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? No, don't. There's no need. You really need to take this up with your station.
Good luck.